like I'm getting pulled back into the presentation, are always there. So I would really think about that component of your distribution.
Oh. All right. Welcome back, everybody. And I hope you all had a great time in our brief networking session. So first off, let us know in using the emojis, how was the networking? What did you guys learn from each other? Did you have a good time? Just give me your hearts and claps and all sorts of stuff. Excellent, excellent. So glad that you enjoyed it. So we're going to take a few questions since our time is limited with Jeana today, and we really want to again, thank you, Jeana, for being such a great an amazing thought leader here in the Women in Cloud community, and being a huge support for us. We really appreciate it. So here's a question for you. So thank you for the insights, and we want to know, do you have any insights in the health tech space on patient voice in product design among other stakeholders like employers and insurers, etc.?
Yeah, the best person to ask this is, we have a number of healthcare experts that are in our organization in the category management space, and I'm happy to connect you with them. They're super deep, and they're talking to people in that particular space every day. We are seeing an explosive just interest in again, distributing software online, getting their services out to companies as fast as humanly possible. It's a category, we have this thing called category management. We're supporting our marketplaces, which is, hey, of all the categories, whether it's IoT, big data, whether that's an industry like financial services or healthcare, how do we ensure we're supporting the right partners and having the supply on the shelves in those marketplaces to get in front of our customers? Because the demand from our customers is there, and our job is to get the inventory from our partner base, like you guys, out on those shelves. And the virtual shelves. So the category managers that we have in healthcare are very, very deep in the space. They come from the industry. And they're right now just, having done a big review with them yesterday, just like we don't even have the capacity given all of the interest right now, because they were historically a more conservative industry for us and wasn't comfortable distributing different solutions, if you will, online. And now that certainly changed with COVID. And so if you want to send me an email directly, I can make a connection to our healthcare team, and you can have all kinds of conversations with them about trends they're seeing. Happy to send you that and follow up. My email, if you want to put it up there or send it out after this, is fine, but it's jeanaj@microsoft.com. And I'm happy to connect you with anybody who's deep in that space that can give you much better insights than I could.
Excellent. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jeana. I hope your inbox doesn't get crazy flooded, but I'm sure our community will really appreciate the connections you can make for them as well. Another question that we got is, how do you access field resellers and access to customers to assess solutions? So they would love it if there's a Moneyball process. Can you share that process with?
That was two very different questions. So one on maybe three, right? So I'll answer the first one I heard, and if whatever I don't cover, you guys can catch me. On the first one is, what's the way in which you get access to customers? Step one is make sure your solution's running on our technology, because our resellers and our field sellers, to be honest, aren't interested in promoting solutions on somebody else's platform. It's just the way all service providers work. The second thing is, make sure that you're thinking about how you're distributing that online through our commercial marketplaces. Just having a listing in a marketplace that's got tens of thousands of solutions is not enough. You need to think about how you transact that solution. And when I say transact, that means, how can the customer buy that directly online? How can they download the bits online if you have an offer or technology that allows you to download it direct into the customer's environment? And then how do you actually think about the billing relationship? So when you have a transactable offer, Microsoft will bill that customer on your behalf. So a unit of consumption from you and a unit of your solution looks exactly like a unit sold from Microsoft solutions. And when you have a transactable offer in Microsoft's marketplaces and it's running on Azure, we allow our customers to use their enterprise commitments, their Microsoft Azure customer commitments, to use your solution to decrement their commitment. So when they, for instance, if they have a $10 million commitment to Microsoft and they buy $1 million of your solution, you've now helped them get an additional discount on their Azure services, because to them, it's sold and purchased through Microsoft's marketplaces, and we want our customers to treat our partner solutions as the same thing as our first party services like Azure and Office that we sell. So the only way to do that is to have a transactable offer. And that is honestly the best and fastest way to get traction with a big customer base and to get exposure. And all of our solutions in Microsoft and all of our marketplaces, actually the way it works is those transactable offers are the ones that highlighted at the top. And so you get more just overall promotion that way. And then we have something called Marketplace Rewards, which as we see customers buy and adopt your solutions, we proactively give you more go-to-market benefits. Think about it as a digital and social, as incremental dollars spent toward your solution in the marketplace. And those are proactively given to you, just like, think about it like an airline rewards model. It's the same thing. The more customer traction we see of your solution in our marketplace, we give you proactive go-to-market benefits to continue to promote that solution.
And Jeana, a couple of things. That is a fantastic answer. And first, just thank you to both of you to catch up, especially when the network went off. So the thing that you talked about is the transactable offer. That is, I think, when we are doing with the Women in Cloud, all the entrepreneurs who are going through it, they get to develop that. And as part of it, one of the things that you talked about is once you have that, then you're getting access to enterprise customers becomes much more easier. And when you do that, is there a specific process that you take the entrepreneur from one step to another step? If you can highlight that, I think it'll help a lot of people, because that secret formula, not many people know about it.
Yes, I'd say step one, you need to be a partner with Microsoft. So the way to do that is to go to partners.microsoft.com and sign up to be a partner. The first question we'll ask you is, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to resell something? Are you trying to build something? And then if you say, I'm trying to build an application or service, it will link you through to that pathway, that guided pathway we talked about. It says step one, do this, step two, do that. And then it will guide you through, how do you build something on our technology? How do you then publish in Marketplace? How do you do incremental go-to-market with us? And all the steps along the life cycle of your partnership. I also posted into, I think it was the chat, it wasn't in the Q&A, I posted into the chat 2 different links. One, a link to startups.microsoft.com. So if you're a seed through Series C startup, you can go apply to that program. And we're looking for more and more female entrepreneurs and co-founders. And so please go ahead and go there. And it's an online application. You don't have to be affiliated with any VC. We want to make sure that all voices are heard. So there's an online application process. Fill it out. I'd encourage you to fill it out with details. Some people just fill it out with 1 word and then it gets rejected. So my little tip to you is make sure you fill it out and then submit it online. And you can do that directly today if you want to. If you're not a startup or you're pre-seed, you can still be a partner with Microsoft and you can get navigated through that process. And so the second document I gave you was the publishing guide for how do you publish into a commercial marketplace. And it's got loads of details on the total economic impact for marketplaces for you to think about that as part of your strategy. It's got information on how do you the step-by-step process for thinking about distribution. How do you build it technically? How do you think about it business model-wise? And what do you need to do? So it can be kind of long, but the step-by-step process is in that guide that I also posted in the chat.
Jeana, there's one more question that people usually get confused and they keep asking is, should a company be part of Women in Cloud Accelerator and also the Microsoft Startup Accelerator? So can they do that? Is that possible?
Yes, we want that. That's like the holy grail for us, right? We want all of our entrepreneurs and startups, we want them to get access to the best things they can. And Women in Cloud is a tremendous resource. In fact, we prioritize those who are already in Women in Cloud because we have a partnership with Women in Cloud to the top of the queue on that online nomination process. So every startup, whether you're VC funded or not, goes through this online nomination process. So if you're part of the Women in Cloud Accelerator cohort, that's just a plus for you, and that boots you to the front of the queue.
Thank you, Jeana. Thank you. You made my day.
I'm so glad you're back with us. Riza and I got a little worried that we lost you there for a bit. I want to thank you guys. One other thing I will just leave you with that I don't feel like I highlighted enough is a lot of women that I talk to are always struggling with work-life balance. And I will tell you this one thing that was the best advice given to me, and I'm still working on it, but is don't try to have balance. Balance is total BS, and just focus on whatever you're doing in the moment. And the best thing that was said to me was, hey, the way I was talking to myself was guilty. You should have been doing this. I used a lot of shoulds and a lot of woulds, and you should be doing this more. You're not doing this enough. And my friend said, you would never say that to me. Why are you saying that to yourself? Why are you not your best advocate and your best friend? And why are you not talking yourself up? And I was like, I was like, it's so basic. And yet I was just this weird talk in my head. And when she did that, and I still work on it, I became all the energy that I was putting into telling myself I wasn't doing enough. I started putting energy into saying, you're doing a great job and you're doing the best you can do right now. And just keep at it. And I was there with pom-poms instead of there with, something smacking me, right? And so I just remember, you can't balance. It's impossible to balance. So don't try. And as soon as you stop trying, you'll realize you're being a lot more effective than you think you are.
You are, Jeana, an inspiration for all of us. Like, I see you and the kids and the work and community activity is like, wow, how do you do it? So thank you for leading all of us. And Riza, great job. And I'll hand over the baton to you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. This was really a great conversation today. So before we wrap, just a few more things. First, I want to find out from the community, on a scale of 1 to 10, you can enter it in the chat. How would you rate today's experience? 10 being awesome. So let us know what you're thinking in the chat. We'd love to get your feedback. Excellent. Oh, that's so great. Please keep in mind, we do have these virtual brunch series meetings once a month. So I invite you to join the WIC Digital Network so that you can stay connected. And I want to leave you with a really important quote by James Clear, and it's something that really resonates with us at Women in Cloud, and we felt it would be really important to share with you. So in times of uncertainty, your habits can ground you. When you feel overwhelmed, practice 1 minute of mindfulness. And when you feel restless, do a 1-minute workout. And finally, when the world seems uncontrollable, focus on what you can control. So it was really important for us to be able to share that with you today. And when we wrap, we just want to let you know that you all are welcome to stay and network in the social lounge. We want to thank Jeana Jorgensen and Chaitra Vijayapalli, of course, our president and co-founder of Women in Cloud, for such a great conversation today. And again, encourage you to join our community. Ladies, do you have any final words that you want to leave our audience with today?
So first, I want to say is thank you to Riza and Jeana. A big round of applause for both of them for making magical happen, especially like having the capability to transition when things go wrong. That was a showcase of strong leadership today with Riza and Jeana. Thank you for doing that. And second is really thank you to the community for what you do. Really be out there, be focused, and get your solutions developed and partner with us and also Microsoft ecosystem, because it is built for collaborative experience and also growth for you. And the last one is always reach out to us in the community. And Jeana, thank you for being here. So, but to you.
Thank you. Great job, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Great weekend.
Bye.